don't want to help us. We need a union because this can't happen. This can't happen. We need fair scheduling. We need managers to hold themselves accountable for helping their workers. They refuse to turn mobile orders off. We need the liberty to be able to do that because there's so many mobile orders and I need to get through all of them. And then people are yelling at me because they don't have their orders ready and they don't know what to do. And a customer was misgendering me today, like really badly. I didn't have their order ready. And so they were just like talking to each other and they're like, she's clearly incompetent. I have a full mustache and beard. What the fuck? I don't get accommodations for being neurodivergent. I don't... Like, I can't use... Like, people get mad at me for using my sick time. I don't even know what to do anymore. I'm, like, at my wit's end with this job. I really am.
Look.
Grow the fuck up, man. Jesus Christ.
Whoa, that's not the approach I was taking. Look.
They're crying over working 8 hours. Like, come on.
Yeah, the working is not that deep. I get that tensions are probably high because you're probably under a lot of pressure.
It's just coffee.
And I get what it's like to feel shit by the way customers can treat you. I feel like if you're new to that job, you'll probably then grow thick skin and get used to it. But yeah, it's not that deep. I feel like it's the way you communicate with customers as well. But like, guys, you know what? I'm really sorry, but like, we're really short-staffed here. I'm doing the best I can. Just bear with me. I'll be right with you. Like, I'll get this done as soon as I can. It's the way you talk to people. But if you just stand there flapping and you look all scared and timid, they're going to bully you anyway. People are not nice out there, especially when people are trying to get a coffee and they're in a hurry and they're probably cranky because they haven't had their coffee. You've got to learn that this is just the industry you're in. If you don't like it, then maybe try get a different job that might be a bit easier for you or somewhere that's got more staff members where you're going to have that help and support. But I get it. I get why he's upset. Like, it can be a bit defeating sometimes, but you do just need to grow thick skin. I think
you just misgendered. Wait, did you? Is that?
He said he. He said she called me a she when I've clearly got a beard.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't try.
Trying to get you cancelled.
Honestly.
This is my take on it. Mm-hmm. You need to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Serving coffee is not that hard. And I'm talking from someone that did it for a year. In a very high pressure, high stress environment. It was high pressure. I was not stressed. People get on. Well, where I was working, they were getting on the boat. They were moody because it was 5, 6 in the morning. There was loads of them because everyone's traveling to work. You know, they gave me shit and I knew it. And I just, I accepted the reality of the job. And when I didn't want to do it anymore, I looked for another job and I went elsewhere.
But it is also the way you handle the situation as well.
Yeah, because some people don't have backbones.
Yeah.
You to sit there crying because you're working an 8-hour shift and Starbucks gets busy, no shits. If you don't like it, quit, go elsewhere. Like, welcome to the realities of the world. Some people can be dicks to you when you're at work. You might not deserve it, but that's just the way it is.
It's going to happen wherever you go.
You're really going to be sitting in the staff room crying like a little bitch. Like, get your shit together.
No, but I remember when I was studying at uni, I got a job as a waitress. And my first ever rude customer, I'd never experienced a rude customer in my life. It made me cry. I actually cried.
Where were you working?
I'm not going to say on camera.
Okay, what was the kind of...
It was hospitality. I was working behind a bar. And the guy was, he was so rude to me. And I cried because I'd never experienced that before. But then after that, I then got used to the industry and how it was. I got used to the fact that there is going to be loads of rude people and I grew thick skin to it. And I also was new in training then as well. And then I got better at my job. And then I just knew how to handle situations, how to handle people and just... I got used to it. I don't know how long this guy's been working here. I can understand his emotions just because I'm an emotional person and I've been there. But I would never record myself crying by doing an 8-hour shift and then post it on TikTok and feel sorry for myself because it's not that deep.
Yeah, it's really not. Like, the amount of people that would kill to be in your position, some people just don't get it. They really don't get how hard the world is to be sitting there and crying over an 8-hour shift in Starbucks. And again, this is not me talking from a holier than thou place. I worked in a place where I was serving coffee at 5 in the morning. I didn't like it, but I got on with it. Who the hell wants to wake up at 4 a.m. to go to a job at 5? But you just get on with it.
Yeah.
Life goes on.
Life does go on. And it's as well like,
just
someone said to me,
charge,
you're taking
man.
too long. I'll be like, okay. You
Like,
can see I'm by myself. Okay.
Forget
Now
the
what?
customers. Like, just accept that people are going to be shitty. Do something about your own mental state. You cannot be that fragile. And like I said before, there's a difference between sensitive and fragile. That is a fragile person. The world will break them. If they don't learn and understand how the world works and Starbucks pushes them to that point, you're done.
Maybe
You
he
ain't
was just
gonna-
really overwhelmed though.
What, from making coffee?
From
Did someone
just,
put a gun to your head?
no, but from it being so busy and having so many rude people, maybe he just hit a point where he was like, I can't do this no
It's
more.
a customer facing job. What did you expect? You think everyone's going to be nice that walks in? Majority of people that I dealt with when I was serving coffee, they were pleasant, but every now and then you would get somebody that would try to derail your day. Just make their coffee and send them on their way. And I'm not saying that you can't get pissed off at people. I've had people that have really tested me, but there's no way I was getting off that boat and crying to myself.
But also as well, you have to take into account that if you are struggling to keep up with making the coffees and people are waiting, people are going to get aggy and they are going to be rude about it because they're not exactly getting the best customer service. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what would be funny? If people were literally waiting and he was backstage crying. That would really piss
I think
people
that
off.
probably has happened.
Yeah, he's just sitting there crying and people out there waiting for their coffees. Look, dude, if you can't handle the smoke, get out of the kitchen. It's as simple as that. Go and sit behind a desk where you're not going to interact with people. I understand people can be dicks to you. I understand people can really make your life hard. I've seen interactions that have gone too far. And I'm like, okay, you've gone beyond what is acceptable. I understand why the employee... Just this, like, I don't know what's happened to this generation. They seem so weak and feeble and they're just not ready to tackle very basic things in the world. I don't really have too much more to say other than if you can't serve coffee to people, there probably isn't much that you can do. Probably time to go home and reevaluate. And that might sound harsh, but I worked behind the bar when I was younger and I've worked behind the bar as someone that was older. And it's not something I ever want to do again, but I've experienced it as a young man, as an older man. And each time I didn't like it and I went and did something about it. And that's it. Like, and whilst I was there working, I accepted the reality of the job. Stop sitting behind in your employee room, crying yourself on TikTok, trying to get people to feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you.
There are no problems, only solutions.
You said that like a Terminator. I don't have anything else to say on it.
Neither do I.
Yeah, like, just grow a backbone.